and he only admits one sense of scripture. Then we have Joachim Camarius, 1574, applied New Testament interpretation, says F.F. Bruce, to the principles which had mastered as a good student. Then we have the Catholic exegetes, and there are many of them, and we'll just mention one or two. We have Johann Entius, who in 1547 wrote a preface to the Latin translation of Arthur's commentary on the book, says F.F. Bruce. We have two Jesuit scholars who made contributions of major importance, says F.F. Bruce. We have Francisco de Ribera, 1537-91, Lucius des Alcazar, 1554-1613. We have Grotius, Dutch jurist, 1583-1645, and he wrote Annotations Novum Testamentum, and was very philological and historical in his method. Then we have background studies. We have John Lightfoot, 1602-75, who saw that we should study the Bible in its historical context, and that means Jewish scholarship was brought into bear. And there was another number of Greek exegetes at the time, such as Johann Jacob Wettstein, 1693-1754, etc. Then we have the textual studies. We have the development of moving away from the Textus Receptus. We have a number of textual developments in textual criticism around about 1655 to 57. And you can go into detail on some of that in F.F. Bruce. Then we have Simler and Mechelles, who had new approaches. F.F. Bruce to interpretation was marked by the Abteilung von Freien Gebrauch des Kanons, 1771-75 of Johann Solomon Semler, 1725-91, which approached the New Testament canon on a historical basis. More on that. Then we had the Enlightenment, and we had Hermann Samuel Ramirez, we had Gotten Ephraim Lessing, and there was the idea that there was a primitive Aramaic gospel of the Nazarenes behind the Book of Mark. These ideas were coming in. Then we have Griesbach, Johann Jacob Griesbach, 1745-1812, may be said to mark a transition from post-Reformation to modern age of New Testament study, says F.F. Bruce. Then we have DeWitt and Lachman, the new approach to biblical criticism, says F.F. Bruce, and interpretation at the end of the 18th and beginning of the 19th century is paralleled in other fields of study, especially in classical history and literature. We had Frederick Augustus Wolff, 1759, 1824, achieved a breakthrough, and we have a number of scholars at that period of time. We have Schleiermacher and Lives of Jesus, and at that time we had Schleiermacher do his studies. We had people like Strauss and Renan coming in with their studies about the life of Christ using various methods. We have the Meyer commentary, who was a massive exegete. F.F. Bruce says one of the great exegetical achievements of the 19th century is Heinrich Augustin Wilhelm Meyer, 1873. I had a set of those commentaries, but I gave them away. Then we had exegesis at Princeton. We had Charles Hodge, 1797-1878, and a number of Princeton theologians. We have Stewart as well, Dr. Stewart, who wrote some massive commentaries and was very important at that period in America. We have the Tübingen School with Dr. Barr, saying that there was a split within the church, and developed his theories influenced by Hegel's philosophy. We have Essays and Reviews, a very famous piece of work developed by Benjamin Jowett, saying we should study the Bible as we study any ancient literature. We have the Cambridge School, Westcott, Bishop Westcott, 1825-1901, Fenton Anthony Hort,